Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back again with some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 19 comparison videos. We're going to be comparing both the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball Daima that was added in this new DLC to the OG Xenoverse 1 version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's right, this is the same exact model from Xenoverse 1. This is from 2015, if you can believe it. So we have a 10-year difference between these transformations and models, and it's a big difference, I gotta say. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's model, like, on its own, it still looks pretty good. It's not horrible or anything, but when you compare it to the Daima Goku, you can just see it's just much better quality overall. Like, it's just higher quality, it's a lot cleaner, there's a lot more expressiveness to it, you know, stances, animations, and stuff. I think we can all agree that the difference between these two is pretty major, and you're gonna see it when we actually go in and we compare the size difference. I'm sure you guys, most of y'all, have probably seen the ridiculous size of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But before we get into this, guys, be sure to drop a like on this video. If we can reach over 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours, guys, I'll do some more Xenoverse 2 DLC 19 content in comparison. So, yeah, he's a big boy. And, I mean, I kind of thought and knew that he would be a little bit bigger than Super Saiyan 4 from GT, but not this much, okay? This... Come on, bro. This is ridiculous. Like, I have to admit, his size does not seem correct. The problem is, in Daima, the actual anime, it was very inconsistent, and mainly because Goma kept changing size, and then you saw different versions of Goku whenever he was transforming, if he was in the mini or he was like the adult. So it just goes to show that, like, the actual difference is pretty crazy. Like, look at here. Let me just show you guys his just hand. Okay, the hand size in general. That shit is crazy, bro. Daima Goku's hand is the same size as Goku's entire fucking head. Like, absurd. And again, model-wise, overall, like the aura and everything, his aura looks a lot cooler. It's more yellow. If you compare it to the one from GT, it has some, like, reddish-orange streaks. And does this actually have electricity surging on it? It doesn't. I'm noticing. There's no electricity on the Daima version, but the Super Saiyan 4 version does actually have that, okay? Another thing that is pretty important that we got to point out is the little white glow that he has. Daima Goku, whenever he transformed for the first time, he always had a white glow, so yeah, that makes sense. And then, of course, I mean, the main thing overall, like I said, model, the hair physics, like the nice hair physics. Does Super Saiyan 4 have hair physics? Okay, he does. All right. For some reason, I thought he didn't. I thought he was pretty stagnant. And that's just, you know, because it's a very old thing. But Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku does not have any extra expressions and, like, expressiveness with the animations. Like, you can see the Daima Goku, he does that, like, roar or whatever that he does for the first time whenever he's in a mini and he transforms, okay? You can also notice that the tail... Look at this. Look at the new tail model. Like, it's a thick boy. This tail is huge. It's massive, right? Everything else is massive. Daima Goku's feet are so big, dude, compared to the GT version. And I will say that I do appreciate the rip on the pants. The Daima Goku doesn't do it. It's just a circle. So, I do like the rip. I think that's a lot cooler, but I mean, you didn't really see the tail, like, rip through his pants in the anime. It was just more of, like, it just sprung out, right? It didn't show, like, an actual, like, ripping. With GT Goku, I think it did actually do that, but yeah, overall model and everything, we can all agree. I mean, I think most of us, not everyone, but a lot of people can agree that just a lot more love went into the Daima version, and for good reason. You're paying for this, right? The GT version has been in the base game since Xenoverse 1, right? You didn't have to pay for this. I think it was like maybe like a little extra unlockable or whatever. But yeah, great model overall. They did a really good job with it. I wanted to go into training mode, and we're going to be comparing actual skills, the animations, as well as the damage to see which one is better. Is Daima Goku actually better than GT? All right, my friends, we're going to be going to the Tournament Power again, just because it's a nice, clean stage. Nothing too crazy on it. Doesn't have a lot of lag or anything. I mean, it's Xenoverse 2, so it better not, right? But yeah, we're going to be trying this out with Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku first. just because he is the OG, the original. Yeah, I think we're good to go in terms of stats. I'm at level 160 on my character. I didn't change anything up. The stats are pretty much, you know, spread out however, so I don't think that affects them at all. But overall, like, damage and everything, I want to see combo damage, and then we'll compare the skill damage afterwards. I'm going to try to keep a mental note of all of this as well. So let's do the basic square combo here. So his square combo looks like 11 hits, and it's doing about 3,674, okay? So we'll keep a mental note of that or whatever. I might have to go back in the video to remember how much damage it actually did, but that was a square combo. Okay, triangle combo here. We'll do this one. That's about 8 hits, and it does 3,969. So both a little bit under 4K damage, all right? Now let's go for the Super Dragon Fist. 3 hits, and how much was that doing? Was that like 2,000? 2,117. So not super powerful, kind of a weak thing. Times 10 Kamehameha. Let's fully charge this up. I want to get the max damage on it. That's very good. Okay, looks like that max combo damage was 9,253. Fully charged at about 18 hits. That one right there did about 10,000. Because if I'm getting it point-blank shot. So that's the maximum I'm getting. 18 combo hit, and a 10,392. That's absurd, man. So, like, if I just tapped it, even tapping it alone is doing pretty good. It was a 6 hits. And it's doing, like, what, 6,374 combo damage? I mean, goddamn, bro. After image strike, I mean, we don't need to worry about that. Max charge, he has got max charge. This one has burst charge. Max charge is good because you don't like my issue with burst charge, and I do appreciate that Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima has it, is that it after 2 key bars it goes up really fast. It slows down significantly, and I'm not a big fan of that. I just want to hold it down, so that's why I kind of prefer max charge. Obviously, ultimate charge is the best out of all of them, but yeah, I digress. Spread shot retreat, which I mean that's whatever, we're not going to worry about that. So he does have Dragon Fist and Super Kamehameha. The skills on this version of Goku I kind of like better just because you have a physical, strike-based ultimate, and then you also have a ki blast-based one. The problem with Daima is that you don't. You have 2 ki, which I personally don't agree with. I think he should have had at least a strike ultimate, but I don't know. Let's go for the Dragon Fist. So Dragon Fist is doing hella damage. Looks like that was what, like 14 combo, and it did 13,225, right? So one more for the road. That's a lot of damage, man. For Super Saiyan 4 Goku being, you know, a base game character. Super Kamehameha. Okay, 11,000. So both over 10k, which is always good. You want an ultimate to do around that much at the minimum, right? But yeah, that's good damage. It was like, what, 24? Was that 24 combos? That might be the highest amount of combo damage in terms of the amount. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, we're going to keep a mental note of all that. I'll probably go back through the video real quick, and I'll check to see and, you know, mark all this down so that I can compare it to Daima Goku's as best as I can, because Daima Goku does have different skills. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are switching over to Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. We're going to be beating GT Goku's ass. I have my little cheat sheet here because I needed to mark down all the information because I obviously cannot remember all of it by memory. So we're going to be going with the basic combo. Okay, GT Goku did 11 hits, and it did about 3,674 damage. So let's actually see his. His was... How many hits is this? Okay, so his is also 11 hits, and his did 5,051 damage. So, to be expected, you know, this is the Daima version. This is a new DLC character, so he's definitely makes sense for him to do more damage within the same amount of combos. So that was the weak hit. Now, the strong hit combo for GT Goku was 8 hits, and that did 3,969 damage. So, Daima is doing 7 hits, and was his 5,000... 400 and what? Let me see here. 5,456. So only 7 combos. So less combos. But it's that last at the very end that's doing like almost like 1,000, I think. That's really good, dude. Again, makes sense, right? The combo damage should be more on this version of Goku just because I think he excels in that, right? I think GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think he's more Ki Blast based if I'm not mistaken. But I'll have to look at the stats again. Let's go for some of the, I guess, supers. We're not going to count Shockwave or Burst Charge. We're going to probably focus just on Supreme Fury and Heat Wave because, you know, GT Goku had Super Dragon Fist, but he has ×10 Kamehameha. So this version of Goku, the only, I guess, Ki Blast ultimate, or just Ki Blast attack he has is the Super Kamehameha Daima. And obviously Full Power Energy Wave. But GT Goku, I think, is better in terms of variety because he's got a mix of all of it, right? So Supreme Fury, I'm going to go ahead and fully charge this up here. Just want to see how much damage it does. Okay, so that's doing... Is that 2,000? Does it just normally do that? Okay, so it doesn't matter if you charge it up or not, I guess. Regardless, it's still doing 2,895. Now, I think it actually does a little bit more damage if they are trying to attack you, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think that is the case. Yeah, I think it actually does do more damage. And it breaks his stamina, too. That's doing 2,895. I'll let him attack me. Yeah, okay, so it does do more damage. So the Dragon Fist, the Super Dragon Fist, only did 2,117. So if you get the, in a sense, counter, it breaks the stamina and does 4,136. Man, you do not want to fuck with this Goku when he's charging up Supreme Fury. But even the normal does more than Super Dragon Fist. You know what I'm saying? So that's still, like, really good on its own. And again, makes sense because this is, you know, that's what he's specializing in. I want to get Goku's ass standing here. Okay, moving on, we have the ×10 Kamehameha. Unfortunately, we don't really have a substitute for that, so we'll just go for Heat Wave. Oh my god, that does so much damage. I gotta see that again. So if you break the stamina, does it actually do more? I think 7,442, so this is, hold on. This is just a tap. Yeah, 7,442. And again, I don't think it really matters if you break the stamina or not. But I can't remember if this one actually had... I think it did have, like, in a sense, like a... Not a counter, but you know what I mean. I think it was, like, with blast attacks. Or something like that. Let me see here. Let me get... He did a... Is this the Kamehameha? What are you doing, bruh? Super attack. He ain't even doing it. Okay, well, regardless, it's doing more damage anyways than what this version of GT Goku had. Okay, now he's pulling out the Kamehameha. Okay. Okay, one more for good luck, and we got it. All right, Goku, chill out, bruh. So, yeah, ×10 Kamehameha was actually doing 10,392. So, even with Heat Wave, again, it's not a key attack. It still does good damage, but not beating a fully charged ×10 Kamehameha, right? Other than that, I mean... We just have our ultimates. Now, Full Power Energy Wave. I'll go ahead and throw this in here. I'm just curious to see how much it does. Is that really all it does? Again, I know it's because he doesn't specialize in Ki Blast. So, again, that's why they kind of fumbled on that. They should have gave him Strike-based, not Full Power Energy Wave. I think that was a big L. I like the effect that it has, but that only does 7,437, okay? And like I said, it's at minimum... The goal is for an ultimate. I mean, in my opinion, I think it should do at least at minimum 10k damage. But Yeah, full power energy wave, big L. Horrible choice. It makes sense, I guess, from an anime perspective. Because he did a lot of ki blasts like that, but like, they should have gave him something else, bro. They should have gave him the Dragon Fist. I don't even care, bro. Like, I don't even care. That makes no sense. They should have gave him something like some type of fist, you know, physical-based attack, right? But these are like the, oh, we got to give him something, right? Because we can't figure out something else. So, Daima Kamehameha. God, even without the, that does 10k minimum. Okay, the Dragon Fist was doing 13,225, and the Super Kamehameha was doing 11,393 damage. Okay, so both a little bit over 10k, which is good for GT Super Saiyan 4. So without the extra charge, it's doing 10,000. Now with the extra charge. That's really good. A 33 hit combo. And that's doing 13,215. So it's a little bit less than Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist does 13,225. So when it comes to supers, I would say that probably Daima's winning. But when it comes to ultimates, I think, honestly, I think GT Goku got this. Got the W on this one. Like, if you're just going for a character that's doing good combo damage, Daima Goku is your man. But if you're going for, like, supers and shit, like super attacks, even super attacks for the supers and ultimates for GT Goku, I think overall his skills is what he excels in the most, right? Like, this does a lot of damage, but it's not even that much more than GT. So, it's hard to say. I think overall, they're pretty even. They're pretty equal. Like, I think they did a good job of keeping him not too crazy to the point where it's like, oh, is he like a god-level character? No, Daima Goku and probably even Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta are not like god level, except for Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta's Final Flash. If you get that shit does ridiculous damage. And I think the Super Soul is also contributing to the damage, right? I think that might also be part of it. I can't remember what the Daima Goku Super Soul does, but I think it might actually, does it contribute to it? I'm still doing about 13,215, so yeah, regardless, I will say that they're both pretty even in terms of damage. I can't really say that which one is better. Like, they both have their perks, okay? If you're going to go for, like I said, combo damage, Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku is better. But if you're going for just skill damage overall, and because he has more balanced variety, he's got ki, and, strike-based, GT Goku is definitely better in that aspect. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys are a lot more... You excel in this with who is better online competitively, right? I'm not getting into that. I'm just going off of the actual stats here, right? But yeah, both great characters, honestly. And even with how old he is, Super Saiyan 4 Goku still holds up as a really decent character. So yeah, he's just good in general overall for blast, strike, and attack. It's his stamina and ki that's kind of low, as well as low health. But Daima Goku, he's got ridiculously more strike and attack damage, and he even has better stamina, but his ki is low, which, yeah, his ki is very low. You compare it to Daima Vegeta, crazy difference. And he doesn't do good. He doesn't do well in terms of ki blast attacks, right? Which is an L because he had both his ultimates are ki blast based, right? They really should have gave him something else other than full power energy wave. Anything else that was a strike based ultimate would have been better, right? Like Dragon Fist or something, dog. Like, come on, bro. Or I don't even know. Like, what does Goku normally have? He has. Does he have any that are melee based? I guess not. Yeah, he's got all like ki based. What about Super Saiyan Blue? I guess he doesn't really have. Other than Dragon Fist, that's it, right? Dragon Fist might be like the only one that's like a physical. I don't know. Yeah, I digress. yeah, both characters are very good. I'll leave it up to you guys to comment down below which one you think is better. We went over all the damage, overall model and everything, and just animations. They absolutely cooked with Daima. He's a lot more exciting. But again, GT Goku's still not bad. He's still very good. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.